Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we are diving deep into a massive shakeup happening in one of the world's most influential industries. We're talking about consulting and how artificial intelligence isn't just knocking on the door, it's completely rewriting the playbook. Okay, let's get into it.
So this is the big one, right? The question on everyone's mind. For decades, consulting has been all about human expertise. Brilliant minds giving high-value advice. But now, with AI getting so powerful, you have to wonder, is the human consultant about to be automated out of a job? Or are we about to see a new breed of consultant, one that's super powered by technology?
And look, this isn't some sci-fi fantasy about the future. The pressure is coming from the clients themselves. A recent study from IBM dropped this bombshell. A whopping 86% of consulting clients are now actively looking for, even demanding, services that have AI baked right in. The demand is here, it's real, and it is massive.
Now, to really get a handle on just how big this revolution is, we first have to talk about the cracks in the old foundation. Because, let's be honest, the traditional way of doing things in consulting, well, it's struggling to keep up. This right here tells the whole story. On the left, you've got the old model. It was often driven by opinion, it took a ton of time, and knowledge could get trapped in little silos. But look at what clients want today. On the right, they want speed, they want certainty, backed by data, and they want value that they can scale. They're not looking for an expert's opinion in 6 months. They want a solution, backed by data, and they want it now.
And this is exactly where AI walks onto the stage. It's not just another tool in the toolbox. It's the engine that's built to solve the problems of the old model and meet these new client demands head-on.
This brings us to a really important new idea, the hybrid consultant. And let's be super clear, this isn't about replacing people. It's about augmenting them. It's about combining the stuff that makes humans irreplaceable, creativity, big picture strategy, empathy, with the insane speed, scale, and number-crunching power of AI. So what does this actually look like in practice? Well, the whole workflow changes. AI, especially what we call agentic AI, think of it as AI that can handle complex tasks on its own, can now automate all that grinding, repetitive work. Sifting through mountains of data, running analyses, even drafting initial reports. That's now AI's job. And that frees up the human consultant to focus on the really hard stuff, solving those mission-critical problems that need real creativity and strategic thinking. And this isn't just a theory. It's happening right now, at scale. The big firms, they are all in. IBM has given its 160,000 consultants its Consulting Advantage platform. Deloitte has its own suite of AI tools called Omnia. And McKinsey's Quantum Black Unit is a huge part of how they build AI solutions for their clients. This is not an experiment, folks. This is the new standard operating procedure. This new way of working also completely flips the old business model on its head. I mean, the whole idea of a billable hour is kind of a joke when a task that used to take a human 40 hours can now be done in 40 minutes with the right AI. So we're seeing this massive shift away from billing for time and toward value-based or fixed price models where you get paid for the results you deliver. But making this switch isn't just about giving consultants a few new toys. It forces a complete rethink of the entire consulting firm from the ground up. And that, as you can imagine, comes with some pretty serious challenges. Let's start with the people, because this is a huge deal. While AI promises to empower everyone, it also creates a lot of anxiety. A survey from Boston Consulting Group found that 76% of professionals in the industry are worried about what AI means for their job security. You just can't ignore that human element. And for the firms themselves, the hurdles are huge. A lot of them are dealing with technical debt, basically old systems that can't handle modern AI. They're also navigating a minefield of data privacy issues and trying to figure out who even owns the intellectual property that an AI creates. But maybe biggest of all is the need to reskill their entire workforce for this new world. Okay, so with all those challenges, how do you actually succeed? How do consultants and their firms not just survive this thing, but actually thrive in it? Well, it all comes down to building a whole new set of skills. This really shows you what the consultant of the future looks like. It's this perfect blend of the technical and the deeply human. It's not about being one or the other anymore. The real value comes from that powerful combination of both. And that blend breaks down into a few key areas. On the tech side, you need data literacy, and you have to be proficient with AI tools. But just as important, if not more so, are the human skills, strategic thinking to ask the right questions, ethical implementation to build trust, and change management to guide clients through these huge transitions. So you see, human insight actually becomes more valuable, not less. I really want to wrap this up by stressing one crucial point. None of this is make-believe. This isn't a forecast for 10 years from now. This is what's happening on the ground today. And the pace is just getting faster and faster.
And if there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Using AI is no longer a cool feature or a competitive advantage. It's quickly becoming the baseline, the expectation. In fact, that same IBM study found that 2/3 of clients will actually stop working with firms that don't use AI. It's becoming table stakes, plain and simple. This timeline just shows how fast things are moving. In 2024, CEOs figured about 35% of their people needed reskilling for AI. But look ahead to 2026, that's just 2 years away. A staggering 95% of executives expect their AI projects to be paying for themselves, proving their value. The train is moving fast.
So, what can you actually do about it today? Well, whether you're a seasoned pro or a student just starting out, the advice is pretty clear. Focus on learning the art of prompting, how to talk to AI. Get really good with the new AI-powered workflow tools. And most importantly, always factor the impact of AI into every single piece of strategic work you do.
So, we've seen how AI is set to make consulting faster, smarter, and way more valuable. But it also opens up these huge questions about what work and expertise even mean. And that brings us to our final thought for you. As this incredible technology reshapes an entire industry, what's the one change you think will matter the most? Thanks for watching.